welcome back. This video is a little bit overdue, a couple of days in fact. I started IVF number 3 on Wednesday. I took my first injection. It has begun, which is very exciting. I've been feeling a lot more positive this week than I was last week, which is great. I've managed to keep my anxiety at bay and just overall feeling hopeful that this IVF cycle will be a different outcome. As I mentioned in my previous video, I had a blood test on Tuesday which was in replacement of a baseline scan, and I got those results on Wednesday afternoon. So the nurse called and let me know that I've got the green light to go ahead and start the next phase of treatment, which is stims, or stimulating the follicles. So I started my first Menopur injection on Wednesday night. All went well. My dose is 150, so of one vial, which is 600 units, I get 4 doses out of that vial. I've got one more dose to take tonight from that first vial, and then I have to make another batch up tomorrow on Sunday, so I'll be sure to film that for you guys. So far so good. It's only 1 injection per day at this point. I have a follicle scan on Monday and a blood test on Monday, which will test my estrogen levels and see how I'm going. I'm hoping for good news on Monday. I have a feeling my dose is quite low, so I'm hoping I'm responding well and there are enough follicles growing. I'm guessing if there aren't many, they'll increase the dose on Monday. I guess my previous cycles I was on Puragon and I didn't have many follicles at each of my scans, and my specialist wants to have obviously as many eggs as possible to work with because I haven't had many embryos make it to 5-day blastocyst. So I want to try and get as many eggs out of me as possible, without obviously putting me at risk of OHSS and overstimulating the ovaries. But you know, I want a different outcome obviously, and if getting more eggs will increase our chances, then I would like to try and do that obviously. Yeah, so far so good with that. The Cinerelle nasal spray I've continued to take twice a day, so that spray suppresses my estrogen levels, which is a good thing because high estrogen levels is a sign that you'll get OHSS. And I've had high estrogen levels in the past, even with, you know, small number of eggs. My last egg retrieval, I got 11 eggs, of which 8 were mature. And at egg collection, my estrogen levels were 11,000, over 11,000, and my clinic liked, or my old clinic, liked to cancel cycles if you reach near 12,000. So I was borderline that number and borderline cancelling. So I'm hoping the Cinerelle nasal spray will help suppress those levels. For those of you who watched my previous video, I got an endometrial scratch done last Friday where they scraped my uterine lining, and that is meant to improve your chances of implantation. When I got that done, they also took a biopsy of my uterine lining to do a natural killer cells test, which they sent off for testing, and I got those results on Thursday morning. I gave the clinic a call to see if they'd come in, and they had. My natural killer cells percentage is at 30%. My specialist likes to see the numbers at 12% or below, so it is slightly elevated. There's still doing so much research on natural killer cells, and it's still quite a grey area, but my specialist is willing to be proactive and treat me for it and lower, you know, that percentage to hopefully make a difference. There's no way of knowing whether that's the sole reason behind my miscarriages. For those of you who are new, I've had 6 pregnancy losses. One of them was confirmed to have triploid syndrome, which is a chromosomal abnormality. So I know that was the cause of that miscarriage. The other miscarriages, I'm not sure. I've had 3 chemical pregnancies, 2 missed miscarriages and a blighted ovum. My second missed miscarriage, I had the baby tested and it came back with triploid. So all of the other pregnancies I don't have any answers for. I guess it's another thing that could potentially be contributing. It's still too early to know. The specialist said in a couple of years' time they'll know so much more about natural killer cells and the role they play, but it's at this stage they don't know as much, but it's still, you know, she's willing to treat me for it, which means I've started taking prednisolone in the morning, 10 milligrams a day. It's a steroid, and that'll hopefully reduce those natural killer cells or lower them a little bit so they're not so elevated. She said it's very common for women to have elevated natural killer cells. It's not a rare thing. But you know, hopefully every little thing, every little bit of treatment that I'm getting this time will make all the difference. I will also be on Clexane from the night before embryo transfer. Clexane's a blood thinner, and I'll be on that until probably around 7 weeks, but that can be, it all depends on circumstances and the individual's history. So I'm guessing I will discuss that, how long I want to be on that for at a later stage. But that's the plan for now. So yeah, tomorrow I'll do a video of me mixing the Menopur and prepping that for tomorrow's injection, tomorrow night's injection. I might even film myself injecting it. It's really not a big deal. I barely feel it. It hasn't been stinging, which is good. Hasn't been bleeding, haven't been bruising. It's been so far so good. I mean, it's early days. I've only taken 3 injections, so it really is early days. Today is my 4th day of stims. So as I said, I'll have a scan on day 6, which is Monday, and I'll take you along to that appointment, and fingers crossed. I think that's all of the news I had to share. Thank you so much for all of your support as you join us on this journey. It means the world to us, and we honestly appreciate each and every one of your comments. Good luck to every one of you who are doing any kind of fertility treatment at the moment or just trying to have your miracle baby. Good luck to those of you who are pregnant and expecting your baby any day now. It's a very exciting time. Everyone is in such different parts of your journey, but it's such a great community, and I just absolutely love the relationships I've made with so many of you. The Instagram community is awesome as well. I have been updating daily on Instagram. I say it in every video, I find it really difficult with work full time, especially now it's getting dark so early, to film an update during the week for you guys. It's not easy, so I apologise for the delay. I did mean to film on day 1, stim day 1 of this cycle, but it just didn't happen, and so I'm seizing the weekends and making the most of the weekends. But definitely, if you would like more daily updates, jump over to Instagram. I have considered setting up a Facebook account for us, because I have had a couple of you say that you're more Facebook people rather than Instagram people. I hadn't really thought of that before, so I have been thinking about setting up a Facebook account where we can share daily updates. Let me know if you're interested. I've had a couple of you suggest it, so I'll think about doing that as well. But I will try and get more uploads happening, I promise. And I'll be having more days off as well with scans and everything, so that'll help with filming updates for you as well. But anyway, babble, 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 that's all I do when I get on here. Thanks so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, love and baby dust, and I'll speak to you really soon. Bye. Bye.
When I saw you, I would lose control. Made me feel like there was no tomorrow. Should've told you that you're beautiful, but the days pass and now it's so long ago. Did you make it? Did you break free? Did you manage to be who you wanna be? Maybe somewhere you think about me too.